Hi, my name is Scott Atkinson from the United States. We are here today to show you SIMStation. I'm the Customer Success Manager, and we're going to show you the OSCE system that belongs with our enterprise system that can be used either or OSCE or enterprise or both in one. The way we have this set up today is over here on the right-hand side. What we have is station 1, 2, and 3. We're going to run this OSCE today as a 3-room run. So we will have the students start in room 1, and the students will rotate through scenario 2 and scenario 3 throughout the process. Over here on the right-hand side, we've got this board here that we're going to look at and show you how to actually schedule that OSCE inside the system. How this system works is once you are into the system and you've already pre-scheduled your assessments through the scenario designer and also pre-scheduled your exam flow, which actually is the flow of the rooms, how they will rotate, and what kind of announcements will be done, you can then go in and actually schedule it on your calendar. How you do that is through our event planner on the bottom left-hand side. Once we click on the event planner, we have the plus buttons down on the bottom right-hand side, and that's how you're going to enter all of your information for that run. We're going to call this the scenario test today. This is an exam and not a simulation. The simulation-based piece would be more for your single runs on your operating rooms, your ERs, things like that. We are actually running an OSCE exam today. We are going to run it today as well and save that. Once we save that, we can start building the sessions. We're going to go ahead and add a session. We're going to call this the OSCE 1 test. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and pick your date that you're going to run it and then pick an actual start time. Today we'll put that at 4 p.m. And then your confirmation phase. The confirmation phase is the time that you're going to spend actually introducing the students to the area and also getting their codes that allow them to log into the computers themselves. Then we're going to pick our pre-selected exam flow that I told you that we built earlier through our scenario designer. And then we're going to do a closing duration period, which is usually the period that is used to switch students from room to room to room. We'll put that in as 1 minute as well. And then we do have floor screens that will show them the entire floor itself and the rotation, where you are at in the phases. We are not going to use the floor screen today, so we're going to go ahead and hit next. Once we've done that, we can actually start adding our rooms. So, scenario we're going to use for this today is going to be the inhaler tech. We're going to select training room 1. Our examiner is going to be Andreas Kafel. We're not going to use a standardized patient today because we don't have those in here. And then it auto picks your inhaler assessment because that assessment is what was pre-built in the actual scenario itself. You can also do a student assessment or a standardized patient self-assessment or a student assessment based on the standardized patient, and we're not going to use those today. We're going to go ahead and add another station. That one is going to be our peak flow. It's going to be in training room 2. The examiner is going to be our host guest. And it automatically picked again, and the other 3 fields we're going to leave blank. We're going to add our third station, and that is going to be a smoking scenario in room 3. And next. Now we can put in our students to this session. One of our students that we are going to be using is going to be Philip. We have 3 rooms being used and a 3-room rotation, so we need 3 students in this. Our second one is going to be John Doe, and our third one is going to be Veronica Sand. Once that's done and you have all of your students in there, it'll start actually regenerating the schedule and how that's going to run for the day. So we're going to hit finish. We're going to take this out of draft mode because we're actually ready to schedule it, so we're going to put it into the scheduled system. And once you put that into the scheduled system, you're ready to go. You can double check everything on this board here, look at all of your different runs, and how those are going to flow through the system itself. So we're going to go ahead and leave this page. Once we leave this page, we can go to the actual schedule itself and see that it's scheduled. Again, this is the schedule that is in edit mode. We want to go back to the very beginning screen to actually run it. Back to our dashboard. Once we have this here, we start into our confirmation phase. We go ahead and start our event. And we start our confirmation. And what we do with the confirmation is we actually start assigning students and examiners numbers so they know what stations they're going to and what computer they're actually going to be using. So as we start our confirmation phase, we're going to use our confirmation app to do that. Now we're going to go ahead and confirm that these students are here, and how I'll know that they're here is they're going to come up to the actual confirmation desk like a check-in, like a hotel. So we're going to go ahead and click present. Now that we know all of the students here and they are checked in and they are present, we can confirm the confirmation. Once we do that, we are ready to go into our Master Ceremony app and actually check in both our examiner and our students. So when we go into that application, it's going to bring up on the board the green dots or check marks showing that they're actually in here. It's going to also tell us Inhaler Tech, and it's also going to give us our student IDs and our student numbers. All right, at this point in time, we're ready to actually confirm our students. So I'm going to go into the confirmation app and confirm that the students are here and then hand them their cards. So in the confirmation app, we're going to call up Philip Kogler. Your number is 3737, and you can go to station 1, student. And then we have Andreas Kefel. Your number is 7955, and you're going to go to the examiner station. Once I confirm that all the students are here, I can actually start the programming. Under the Master Ceremony app, I can confirm they are here. I hit my play button. That is going to start the system over here for them to go ahead and put in their codes.
Please authenticate with the 4-digit code.
This process takes about 1 minute. That's what we've put into our system for that. Once this process goes through, what the student is going to see is they're going to see their clinical vignette or a small portion of a SOAP note that they can actually go through and read before they enter the room. The examiner will actually get the examination that he's going to be using on that student in that front room. You also can take a look over here at this, and this is giving us our countdown of what timing. And now we're going to go into the counter. And as you can see on the computer, the examination is up. The examiner is watching the student and actually doing the exam. And the front student is reading their SOAP note, and then they're going to visit the patient. After this runs through all 3 sessions, all of this is going to be saved in video archived, including your assessments and your video itself. And at that point in time, you can decide whether those videos are going to be sent out to a faculty member for further assessment and grading, or whether they're going to stay in our system for video archive.